hard.
Yeah, we're still moving hard, but we want a big stimulus to tell it, turn it into muscle.
Right.
And so doing hypertrophy work, reps of 8 and above, that sort of thing in almost all your lifts, that's going to be the most beneficial for building muscle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I did, I forget what it's called. You said you put in the calculations for like how many calories you were supposed to.
Harris Benedict.
Right. Yeah. So I found that online. I put it in. Actually, because we do it in our in-body scan, as it says it up in the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I put that in, and for the amount of work I was doing, it was saying I needed like, what was it? Yeah, about almost 3,000 calories. It was like 2,800 or something like that, which I thought was pretty good.
Yeah.
But you're saying go up even more from that when you're trying to gain the mass.
So that's going to be telling you probably what your maintenance calories is.
Right.
Start with 500 as a jump if you're dieting for yourself. If you're following an app like RP, I would probably just trust the program.
Okay.
So that's what I've done. I've done both ways. Like I dieted for myself, and I did find that let's say I was gaining weight, but my ratio was like 70% muscle, 30% fat.
Yeah.
That was kind of when I was doing it myself. When I actually started having spread out the carbohydrates a little bit more evenly, I actually had a better response. And
interesting.
I probably gained my weight at 80% muscle, 20% fat.
Okay.
And so that big stimulus, we also want to just keep that there and make sure that's there to drive that and try and, because you're never going to have 100%, but I want my ratio of the weight that I gain to be as
more
close,
muscle,
as high as it can be in muscle and as low in fat as it can be. And so, that's what I would recommend is like when you're trying to gain weight, for anything, I'd probably do a pound a week is a good goal to shoot for. And I try and give myself a little bit longer time. That way I don't have to be as hard on my diet and ramp it up from like, oh, I'm eating 3,000 calories a day. Now I'm going to increase the amount of food I eat by 33% to 4,000. Like that's a big jump. That's a little bit hard.
Okay.
So,
does the hypertrophy training not mess with the schedule of trying to make a meet or do you just push off meets?
Oh,
like
that's
what's
a good point.
Yeah, like what's the frequency between hypertrophy training and the strength training?
Hypertrophy training is going to be the furthest away from the meet. So you got like general stuff that you can do. Let's say you want to get your cardio up, and so you decide to do running for a little bit. So let's say that's 5 months out. You do that for a month.
Okay.
Hypertrophy training would be good probably anywhere between 10 to 12 weeks away from a meet, and then you should switch to strength training. So so right now I'm 8 weeks away from my meet. My next meet, I should not be doing hypertrophy training.
Yeah.
That's too close.
Because you don't have enough time to get stronger.
Right. So at minimum, I'd say 4 weeks for a strength, or 4 to 5 weeks for a strength block, and then 3 weeks for a peaking block with a taper, meaning another. So I'd say 4 weeks for strength, 4 weeks for peaking and taper, and then your meet. So a minimum of 8 weeks away. But I would recommend, as best results, do 2 strength blocks. So 4, 8, then 12 for that peaking and taper. So I'd say 12 weeks and above, you could do hypertrophy and be fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.